She was once the beloved crown princess, but a forbidden spell forced her into another body. Even her residence was moved to an abandoned grain storage. Everyone thought she was finished, but instead of feeling down, she could barely hide her smile. Her original body was constantly in pain. Now this new one could run and jump. Even better, she finally had a place where no one would watch or question her. She could grow whatever she wanted and run any experiment she liked. This rundown grain storage in her eyes was the freedom she had longed for her entire life. When the supervisor came for a routine inspection, he saw someone from a distance, squatting on the overgrown ground, pulling weeds with focus. He assumed it was a servant sent to do the work, until she turned around. He froze. The once arrogant Zhu family bully, who would never spare anyone a glance, was now barefoot in the dirt pulling weeds. Her expression was so calm, as if she had lived there for years. The supervisor composed himself and followed protocol, asking what supplies she needed. He braced himself for a long list of demands, but the protagonist paused and asked for just one thing: salt. The royal family were earth spirits. With feet on the ground, they could sense the power of the land. She could grow and gather her own food and cook it, but salt was something the land could not provide. It required time and skill to extract. Meanwhile, Lily went to the Zhu family's kitchen to get food, but now that the protagonist had supposedly harmed the crown princess, the Zhu family had lost face, and as her personal attendant, Lily couldn't get a single grain of rice. She was stressing over what to do next. A Jin family official called out and asked bluntly if she wanted to join them. There was just one condition: use every means possible to torment Zhu Huiwei, the protagonist trapped in the abandoned grain storage. The reason was simple: the Jin family's daughter was also a candidate for crown princess. They knew the prince truly cared about the royal family. To gain any favor, they had to show loyalty, and targeting the abandoned Zhu Huiwei was the most direct way to prove it. The Jin official promised that once it was done, she would receive the white mouse-colored robes, the mark of a mid-level official. A chance to turn her life around was right there. Before leaving, she handed Lily a hairpin and a bag of grain, and told her to come back at this time every day to report. Lily didn't refuse. She still remembered how the real Zhu Huiwei had treated her. Just because of her naturally fierce eyes, she was forced to kneel in the winter garden overnight. Those freezing nights were burned into her memory. Now the opportunity was right in front of her. She would make up for all the suffering she endured. But when Lily returned to the grain storage, she almost thought she was at the wrong place. The once weed-filled patch of land was now neatly tilled and organized. The soil had been carefully loosened and planted with vegetables. She had only been gone for a short while, but everything had already changed. Lying in bed with a high fever, if it were the protagonist, she would mix her own medicine to ease the sickness. But Huang Lingling knew none of that. She pushed through 2 days of burning fever. The attendants gathered outside, deeply worried, their voices filled with care and concern. Hearing those voices, Huang Lingling felt a sense of satisfaction she had never felt before. Being cared for, being cherished, that was what she had craved her whole life. She clung to that feeling of being the center of attention, and even thought that staying sick a little longer would not be so bad. A year ago, her poor sorcerer father and her mother of the lowest status both took their own lives after drowning in debt. She became a servant of the Zhu family, but consort Zhu saw her talent in forbidden arts and appointed her as an attendant. After entering the palace, she was never truly treated well, and the real Huang Lingling was clever and proper, as if she was born to stand above others. She once hated